Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to another day of triathlon training. I've got to keep my voice down because I don't want Liz to hear in the house. Tomorrow, or today when you watch this video, is Liz's birthday. So I spent my lunchtime today, instead of running, I mean I didn't need much excuse to ditch the run, but this is enough. I spent my lunchtime blowing up all these balloons because I thought that she'd be joining me in here tonight doing a bike session, but she's just said she's not training, so I'm training with all this stuff around me for no apparent reason. The ungrateful little toe rag. In fact, I'm going to go and drag her in here in a minute. I'm not having that. Anyway, tonight's session is 3 times 15 minutes at threshold. This is going to be hard, like 3 times 15 minutes at 340 watts in TT position. On the RideHarder group, I think it's only Vernon joining me tonight, but we'll see. But regardless of how many people you meet in, just start at a specific time. We'll be on a Zoom call together to breathe it heavily at each other, but also just mute it during the efforts. Just gets it done. Honestly, this is going to be such a tough session, but I don't know, I'm burping so much. But just knowing that we're both doing the same thing, it's going to get me through it, hopefully. So I'm going to go for one more nervous wee, probably eat a couple of cliff blocks, and then get cracking. Liz! Come on, you ungrateful little toe rag. I know you've just opened the door and seen what I've done on the walls, haven't you? I wanted to have a birthday session. Look.
I've just come to say, what are you doing?
Do you know how much breath this all took to blow up and how much sellotape I've used? Hey?
That was fantastic, though.
It is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, and I look forward to my birthday ride tomorrow in the rain, in here.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it's actually today. When the video goes out, it's today. Liz's birthday's today. I'll let you guess how old she is. Anyway, Liz, I need a wee though. I need to get on this session. I was hoping to do it with you tonight, but obviously not.
Tomorrow?
Yes, all right, tomorrow then. Come on then, get out of the way. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. First effort is about to get on the way. Let's get cracking. This is going to be difficult, but if it was easy, everybody would do it, wouldn't they? Just try and settle into the effort now. Get the right sort of power. Don't use erg mode very often, so just try and settle into it. The power will stop bouncing around in a minute. Just going to get some sick tunes on. Get pumping. Right, first interval done. That was hard. I was a bit off the power, I think. I'll talk through stats and stuff afterwards, but 2 more is going to be a big effort. But if it was easy, everybody would do it, wouldn't they? So let's give it some welly. Alright, so second one done. If I'm honest, it was super hard. Like, towards the end, I was struggling to do like 310 to 320 watts. Interested to look at the numbers afterwards, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. Just having a 2 or 3 minutes in between where we've just sort of said to each other, come on, we've got this, like, let's smash it. It stops you bailing out on a session, honestly. If you get the option to do any sort of group workout or group training plan, I'd do it because it's game changing for me. I would probably been throwing the towel in right now, so anyway, let's get this third one done. It might not be pretty, I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, I said that to the camera. After the second effort, that's the point where I'd be tempted just to think, do you know what? You know what the voice is like, don't you? You've done 2 by 15 minutes at threshold, that's awesome, well done. Get off the bike. But, yeah, that's good. That was damn hard. You can probably tell looking at the data, you know, orange, then a bit of green. I've really tailed off towards the end. We're going to get shower changed. Now let's have a look at the data. Let's dive deep into it. Okay, good evening. What did I say? Let's deep dive into the data or something. Sorry about that. So let's have a look at tonight's session. I regret saying this, if I'm honest, because it didn't go exactly to plan, but I think it's important to share these sessions because that's the reality of training, isn't it? Not the failure is okay, but it wasn't failure. But, you know, not every session is like, wow, smashed it, like you see from everybody on Instagram. Anyway, a little warm up. And then first of all, if you look at this block here, the top line there that I'm just highlighting, that's the power I should have been holding. However, because my sessions are set in Training Peaks, that's the power that Training Peaks says I should do. I've essentially got a higher threshold set in Training Peaks than I have in Zwift, because when I do like Zwift races and stuff in road position, it takes a 20-minute power and keeps bumping my threshold up all the time, whereas in TT position it is a bit lower. I should probably change it because it's probably underestimating my training stress score points, but I don't really train to that per week, so it doesn't really matter what that says. Anyway, let's have a look at the first interval. So 3 by 15 minutes. First one, normalised power 336 watts, average 336, average heart rate 149 beats a minute with an average cadence of 91 RPM. Pretty solid effort. I don't use erg mode, or I haven't been using it for these sort of sessions recently. So that is a find the right gear. So you see the foot at the beginning, it's like up and down a bit while I'm trying to find the right cadence and get the right power and stuff. But that's the reality of ride on the road. If you do an event or a time trial, you're not just going to go, right, 340 watts now, please. It doesn't work like that, does it? So I like training like this. Onto the second one, so 5 minutes recovery in between. Onto the second one, a bit lower, 327 watts, average heart rate 150. Cadence again 90. So yeah, a little bit tougher. Obviously I've already done 15 minutes at threshold, so fairly fatigued. And then the third one, the wheels really start to fall off. Average power 313 watts. Average, that's just gone off for no apparent reason. That's really convenient. Average, can't remember what it said. Yeah, average heart rate 147 beats a minute. So you might think, oh, you just haven't tried as hard. Your heart rate was lower, your power was lower. Try harder. That's not the case. When you're fatigued, your body tries to protect itself, doesn't it? It stops your heart rate going as high. I've just done 2 15-minute efforts at threshold, and I was just a bit tired, all right? Legs were feeling it. Hard session. Really glad that I did it with the RideHarder crew, because without that, I would have probably thrown the towel in at some point during those intervals. But yeah, that was good. Good session to do. Definitely one I want to revisit. Obviously, when you follow a structured training plan, it's only going to get harder from next week, so, and the week after and the week after that. But, you know, I'm not too dissatisfied with that. So that is it for today's video, and that is it for today's training. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, give the video a thumbs up, please. That helps other people discover the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow for Liz's birthday day out, except we aren't going to go cycling because it's forecast rain and 40-mile-an-hour winds. We aren't going to go to the garden centre that Liz wants to go to because we don't have a car. So it's looking like a bike ride in the garage, Liz?
Yeah, that's it. No other option. Garage party.
Exactly. And you're all invited. See you tomorrow at 4 p.m.